You see, the NNAMDI KANU question to us Igbos is a very sensitive issue. So,
and I believe for all Nigerians.
Yeah, well, so I will answer it from two perspectives.
Yes.
First, as an Igbo man, then as a senior advocate of Nigeria.
Great.
As an Igbo man, I want them to release NNAMDI KANU even yesterday. Because according to them, he is a freedom fighter. But as a lawyer, when you have handed over your proceedings, your issues to court, you are no longer entitled to resort to self-help. What they are doing now is simply self-help, which is not allowed by law. I think the protest is completely ill-timed. Now, the federal government has closed its case. The highly respected lawyer, NNAMDI, makes a no-case submission, as I'm told, but I'm not following the case.
Yes.
And they overruled it and said...
The finance was called to open its trial.
Come here and tender your defense. Instead of going to tender your defense, you go to the streets.
Lawyer Opara says there's nothing that stops him as a lawyer or a Nigerian from protesting. He says there's no law. That's what he told me.
No, but I will tell you straight. Now, there was a lawyer that is with us here in Abuja. He did a matter in Kaduna, and he lost. The matter was in the Court of Appeal. He went to, it was a house. He went to the house and wrote, this house is subject of litigation, and wrote his phone number on the property. He's been disbarred.
For writing his number?
His number, yes. Because you are interfering with the judicial proceeding. I won't mention his name. He's been disbarred. And a very, very brilliant young man. I did so many cases when we were doing AA cases together. Very, very, very vibrant young man. Then here you are defending somebody. Why didn't you see Onyeti Pazo on the street? You are defending somebody, you know the matter is pending in court, and what you as a lawyer doing a matter is doing is asking the federal government to interfere and direct a judge. I don't know if you get it. You direct a judge how to decide a matter pending before him. It is the same people who are shouting up and down that will come and say, Tinubu interfere with the judiciary.
Just now, while the shooting was going on, I mean, a young man across me just now flinched as soon as those guns started going away. And it's just something that evokes such a very heartbreaking memory, that Nigeria could do this to its young ones. But just to say something, earlier on when you said that the protest died down, the protest didn't die down, it was killed off. I mean, guns were brought in. You saw military officers who ordinarily should be protecting Nigerians and the territorial integrity of Nigeria decided to turn their guns on citizens, Nigerian youth who were merely, reciting the national anthem and also waving the Nigerian flag. So it's such a painful memory. And, like I was saying in that video, that when a policeman or a policewoman or any security agent say that they're going to kill you and get away, nothing will happen, that indeed on the 20th of October 2020, without any doubt, we came to see that, yes, indeed, they can kill Nigerians and nothing would happen. It's really so sad that Nigerian government, like I've always said, decided to behave like a terrorist government by killing its own citizen on October 20th, 2020.
And what inspired you at the outset to join in fully? I mean, was it the excitement of seeing this movement of young people on the streets, and the sense perhaps that something new and the change you had fought to see happen was taking form?
So it's quite, so the first thing I would like to say is the fact that the first NSTARS protest was not in 2020. It was actually in 2017. And I was part of that protest. I remember speaking, you know, during that whole protest. So when the 2020 protest started, I came out the first day. And then in Abuja, I think we had that protest on the 8th. The first protest was called out on the 7th. We had gone home when this group of young people who woke up, you know, one of them sent text to his colleagues at around 2 a.m. and then they decided to come out, and police, of course, usually being the Nigerian police, tear gassed them, and they said they were coming out. And so I joined them that, although the mind for me was the fact that these are Nigerian youths who are coming out to protest, and the police had attacked them, and I was there to be with them, to give them that moral support and just say, look, hey, whatever the police was going to do, you needed to go through me to get at them. And even the pictures, those pictures that went viral, I was literally at the back almost all throughout. They were doing their thing, they owned the protest, and they were so organized. And so it was when the police came out that they wanted to shoot them in Abuja, that was when I came to the front and I said, if you're going to shoot them, then you have to put the bullet through me. Because what did they do? In spite of the fact that Nigeria has not given them an enabling environment for them to thrive, they found niches for themselves, and they're thriving, they're doing so well. And you're killing them off just because they have tattoo, you know, they have dreadlocks, or they have laptops or beautiful cars. What is a crime in that? And so for me, it wasn't about being the excitement of the moment. It was just about the Nigerian youth are being attacked by Nigerian police, and I needed to be there and ensure that they were okay.
So as the federal government is preparing to hand NNAMDI KANU a speedy trial and judgment, like Nigerians already know by now, you know, following the shift of focus from all distractions to NNAMDI KANU's case, it has now become clear that the federal government, alongside Southeast politicians, have now decided to quickly wrap up NNAMDI KANU's matter, because it has now dragged international attention. So they want to quickly wrap it up and hand him a judgment. So they are busy scripting the judgment. But these are three reasons that the judgment they are scripting already will not be popular and will not attract public acceptance. Number one, apart from the fact that while he was on bail the first time, they sent Nigerian military to go and unsettle him by invading his residence, buying people, and he had to escape. They still went ahead, coordinated his abduction from Kenya, and brought him back in that numb state to present before a judge to obtain remand and detention order. And the judges were like, no, this is not how to bring somebody for trial. This person is not conscious enough yet. They said release him. Federal government refused. Apart from that, citizens are still complaining about abductions everywhere to government. We are complaining about abduction to government, invasion in our farmlands everywhere. People are missing and disappearing. People are complaining about kidnapping, abduction to government. Government by itself now went and kidnapped somebody from Kenya and brought before a judge in a norm. So a lot of people started withdrawing to say, oh, did you not notice that the rate of jackpot increased between that time and now? Like, no, this is not a government. Like, people started losing confidence in their government. Like, why would governments do this kind of a thing? Abduction. We are complaining that people are abducting farmers on their farmland, complaining that people are being abducted, are disappearing, and government is itself coordinating abductions. Oh, little wonder nothing is done about abduction. You now brought him before the court. The court now said, no, the way and manner you brought this person is not right. He's not in his right frame of mind. What did you do to him? Did you inject him with any substance or what? He's unable to. Is this not the person we granted bail the other time that we sent military to go and dislodge from his residence. Injustice is screaming everywhere around it. So court said release him. Federal government disobeyed. People now sat back and said, government disobeying his own court. You are making people lose trust in governance. Number two, the prolonged excessive detention of the man. Why you keep adjourning and adjourning the matter? Even Simon Ekpa that was arrested how many days ago in Finland, they already concluded this trial now. This man has been there since Buhari, but Tinubu has spent how many years already? This over 7 years crossing that you have kept this man in detention. Kilute. If you have handed him a sentence, everywhere would have been silent. But for political reasons, the southeastern politicians and the federal government, they have reason for what they are doing. And people are beginning to decipher that, oh, there's an agenda. It's not really about justice. Nobody is against trying NNAMDI Kanu. Nobody's above trial. Try anybody. But a trial where pre-trial detention has lasted beyond 7 years already, and he's still in detention. Even when they say releasing on bail, you refused. People can discern the political underhands in this thing. Number three, Toji Bello and other bandits, criminals, armed to their teeth, head to toe, that you are doing round table negotiations with. People see them, oh, people see them, then they look them, then they look you, look them, say, oh, wow, these people are to get that shot. This government has been taken over by bandits and kidnappers. So if you are throwing a bill reception for bandits and criminals who are sacking villages, displacing people, invading them, even the last time, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, as governor of Kaduna State, admitted, he said it by himself, that he was paying bandits in southern Kaduna to maintain peace. It means you people know these people that are terrorizing people, and whenever people rise up to defend themselves against them, you call them terrorists. That is where the issue arose from. And that is lastly to say, if government not only pardon, but even Ashwebi reception, rehabilitation, and paying them is what you guys do in government, and you now want to criminal, you will be creating discrimination. They are simply saying that if you are harmed from head to toe and you are from certain region, you don't have a problem with government. But if you rise up and trying to defend your own territory against the people that are being harmed to displace us and kill people mercilessly, but you are not from the preferred region, you will be dealt with. That is what you guys are simply saying. And that is where the problem is. So that is the third reason. Number one, apart from sending military to go and dislodge him while on bail, you kidnapped him from Kenya and brought him in NNAMDI states while citizens are crying that they are being abducted from their homes and farms. Government is itself carrying out abduction. Number two is that you excessively detained him without concluding his trial. Number three, real bandits, armed bandits. We see you throwing receptions from them with Ashwebi and dialoguing with them and paying them on retention allowances. It's either you try all of them, all these people you have thrown receptions from, we expected you to round them up, to face court and be in jail too, so that everything can be balanced and just. But when people perceive preferential treatment for certain sector or section of people, that you are not giving to another section of people, there's no way you will have legitimacy in the outcome that you are scripting, because we know you are scripting it already. If I were to be in NNAMDI KANU'S legal team, why we already know what they are scripting? Because it is unconstitutional and wrongful to give privilege to one and deprive it against the other. It's called discrimination because it is wrongful and unconstitutional to give privilege to one and deprive it against the other. That is discrimination. 1999 Federal Constitution. Discrimination is unlawful. So if I were in NNAMDI KANU'S legal team, we will be pursuing discrimination against the federal government for discriminating against NNAMDI KANU what they gave to others in other regions.